Liftoff. Chapter 12. Old Joe and Artie listened intently, as if they were hearing a ghost story around a campfire. Artie, the cab driver, suddenly turned district attorney inquiries. What were his exact words? Did he say, "You won't believe what I found"? Or did he say, "You won't believe what I found out about"? Walter scratched his head. How could that possibly make any difference? The difference is enormous. The first instance leads one to think that he actually found an item. The second one might mean he found out some information about an item. So this is quite crucial. Well, I don't know. What do you think, Zeke? My feeling is he found something substantial, something having weight and size. All I know's he sure was excited, added Zeke. The way he suddenly appeared and then tore out of here when he saw Jilly Waters coming makes me think she had something to do with whatever it was. So what did it turn out to be? You guys sure are acting funny, beating around the bush, not getting to the point. That's just it. Who knows? Wiggle has apparently gone missing, along with whatever he discovered. And as usual, nobody's talking. Those are the bare-bone facts. Artie's eyes lit up. You don't suppose Wiggle escaped along with his treasure? If he did, I'm betting he's heading in our direction. You saw him a few days ago. He's probably holed up somewhere until you guys got your passes. If that's the case, we need a private room to interview him. That is, unless he and whatever he found are indeed gone. What do you suggest? Is there a back entrance to this place? This is a great plan. We hang around out back, waiting for someone who may never come. Well, we're going to need a deck of cards to help pass the time. Mr. Wiggle braced himself. The Buick was parked about 20 feet from him. It was idling with a bit of a rumble. Under his arm was a package. He tried to resist. Resist what exactly? His destiny? It felt like his destiny. I was born for this. A kaleidoscope of imagery passed before his eyes. A whirling dervish of dimensional objects began to assemble. In the back room, Artie, triumphant, called out, "Full house. Read them, gentlemen, and weep." In the front of the cafe, Wiggle and his package entered the Buick. Joe, hey Joe, where are you? It was Molly's voice crashing into the room. What happened? I saw the Buick parked outside, and I came in here to find you all hunkered down in the back room. We're waiting for Wiggle. Can't be seen with him in a crowded cafe. Describe him to me. Oh, he's about 5'8", grayish hair, and we suspect carrying something in his arms. That sounds like the fellow I just saw out front. He got into the Buick before I could get to him. Might have known something like this would happen. Was he upset? How did he appear? Did you get a good look at him? He seemed calm. Hard to read a person from a distance. But I would say he deliberately got in the car. Nobody forced him. Well, if this don't take second prize. Here we are like a bunch of dummies playing cards in the back room, and all the while he's making a front entrance. They often say that people miss what's right in front of them. I suppose he decided to try and see if there was any truth in that old statement. The list of people gone missing continues to grow. Anna, Herb, Sam, and now Wiggle. There's no use complaining about it. We're the only ones who seem to notice the comings and goings. Makes it hard to trust anyone else. Another way to view the situation is that there is only 5 of us left. 5 lone witnesses. Gives you kind of an eerie feeling, doesn't it? If we're going to be picked off one at a time, I suggest we come up with a strategy. A way of keeping within sight. Zeke and I won't be missed. If we leave, there will be new replacements, taking our place within an hour. You guys should stay here with us. At least then we can put up a united front. It's back in the parking lot. Can you believe that? It's like it's stalking us. This is eerie. It's engaging in a battle of wits. Artie watched as his 4 final companions made their way to the Buick. They were helpless to resist. They even looked forward to what was happening. It's wonderful. said Molly. "Beyond belief," uttered old Joe. Walter and Zeke were all smiles as they got into the back seat. Artie watched, didn't protest as the Buick pulled out of the parking space. He sort of snapped back into his old self. He went back into the cafe and found the book of symbols. New people had taken place of Molly and old Joe. He knew the same thing would be repeated there. Skimming through the pages of symbols gave him a feeling of cards being shuffled. Fast, steady, and rhythmic. He closed the book and made his way to the cab. Just as the Buick reappeared, he watched it from a distance. Then he got out and walked towards it. There was a book on the front seat, with 4 symbols inscribed on the cover. The triangle, the square, the circle, and a line. He got into the Buick. Images swirled in his head. He opened the book. It said, "Welcome to Earth. You need to know these symbols for a successful life." "The mythical Earth," he said. "I've heard of that before. I thought it'd been lost ages ago." The Buick fired to life, and soon the light of the cafe began to disappear in the distance.